evening, wherever you are logged in from. It's great to see you today. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm so happy that you are joining today. And today, why do we need to love unconditionally? What does it mean? What's the beauty of it? Why do we need to do it? How does it help us in our life? It's a topic that I've been always very involved in and that touches me very personally. Good to see you all join in. Thank you. And I hope I deliver a lot today. So, without conditions and despite it all, this is what we're talking about today: to give unconditionally, to love unconditionally. What does love mean? Love is actually giving respect, love is giving resources, love is giving support, love is giving time. And I want you to join me in giving that unconditionally, without any conditions. Because there's so much power when we actually give unconditionally. We make actually a difference. We lighten up the day of people. We actually feel better by being better people, by making a difference, by helping others see a brighter side of things. Look around you today. Look around you today. There's so many hatred, so much hatred. There are so many people that are suffering. There's so much discord, wars. Why? What's the missing ingredients? Think of it. What's the missing ingredients? The missing ingredient is actually love. Because, and love, not just like boyfriend girlfriend love, like, yeah, I love you, yeah, we get married. No, not just that. Real unconditional love. Like, I give a very simple example for you dog lovers. Okay, if you love dogs, if you have dogs, dogs actually love unconditionally. They, of course, they're masters. If the master leaves them for a very long time, if they hit them, we had a dog and we had our first child. And when she was around 2 years old, she would sit on him literally and stop banging his head. Not because she hated him, it was her way of playing. Sorry, so she was 3 months, not 2 years. And so he never turned back on her or bit her or anything. He just accepted. That was unconditional love. So, what's the beauty of it? It's receiving time, giving time. It's actually uh, giving respect. It's actually giving resources, giving support. And what's the power? Changing lives, helping other see a bright day, saving lives. Sometimes you save someone's life by giving unconditionally. And but there are always challenges, right? So the challenge is, oh, I didn't receive in return. Oh, I wasn't being sorry, I was laughed at. I was not seen, no appreciation, right? We have all of these challenges. But if you're talking about one of those challenges, you actually did not give unconditionally. Hello, Angel. Hello, Amjad. Hello, Omar. Thank you all for joining. I'm so happy that you are with me today, sharing this topic that is very dear to me, which is unconditional love. It is something that some of us cannot even feel or cannot even understand because we haven't expressed it or experienced it ourselves. It is so unfortunate that in many houses this is actually absent. I'm one of the lucky ones. I really felt unconditional love. My parents never expected anything in return of my love. If sometimes I misbehaved or I was mischievous or I didn't follow their directions, they didn't say, oh, we don't love you anymore. No, that's what hopefully your parents are doing too. Or if you are parents, you're doing that too. Because when the child feels that unconditional love, I'm not expecting anything in return, I don't want you to give me anything in return, then that child has a great chance to actually enjoy and live an amazing life. Because let's talk about what is the consequence of not receiving that unconditional love. You feel unwanted, you feel unimportant, you will keep feeling that void that no love created, and we'll talk about what that will lead to later. And you'll feel incompetent sometimes, but you cannot make the link, like I can't feel that I can achieve because I haven't been loved unconditionally. We're not programmed to understand this. We only start understanding if we dig deep into how the brain works and how people actually interact and live. That's what I've been doing for the past few years because I'm so involved and taken by this topic of love, and also the few months prior while I got my certification as a life coach. And it was an aha moment because it all aligned. When you don't receive unconditionally, you start having lack of self-confidence, lack of ability to take action. You become someone who does not trust themselves, does not feel self-worth, and lacks self-confidence. Only, yes, only because you did not receive unconditionally. So if you're someone today who is going through these things, who feel lack of self-worth, I'm not worth it, or I can't do this, so lack of self-confidence, oh, this is something that's not for me, I'm doomed to always have bad luck. No, all of these are just because in your life you didn't experience unconditional love. Okay, too many problems. What's the solution, right? But first, before I move to the solution, I just want you to recognize your reaction to when you're giving love, when you're giving your time. Remember, love, not just like girlfriend, boyfriend, or marriage. No, love is like giving respect, giving time, giving support, giving resources, being there for someone unconditionally again. So, your reactions, they didn't love me back. They didn't give me back. They didn't appreciate, or I didn't see any results from what I did. All of these mean that you're not actually giving unconditionally. Unconditionally meaning when I give my time, I'm not expecting anything in return. Think, for example, I'll give you two historical examples, amazing examples. I hope you share this amazement with me. Mahatma Gandhi, who doesn't know Mahatma Gandhi, who led this no violence movement. He just loved unconditionally, gave unconditionally. And Mother Teresa, she was taking care of the wounded, taking care of the sick people unconditionally. She didn't get anything in return. She wasn't paid even for what she was doing. That is unconditional love. Another example, our parents. I know, I understand there are exceptions because those parents have their wounds, have their past experiences. So that's why not everyone is able. That's why I'm here today to tell you that it is possible to heal from this. If I am someone who's not receiving unconditional love, I can start receiving. I'll tell you in a few minutes why. If I'm a parent not able to give, I can heal from this and start giving. I'll tell you a bit later how and why. Okay. And if I'm someone who is working so hard and yet I'm not able to, I'm not receiving a return, stop saying I'm not receiving a return, because there's karma in life, there's God, there's whatever you want to call it, this superior force, because not all of us believe in the same thing. But I hope you believe in something that is stronger than you, this ultimate power, the universe. So there is a universe. So when you give, maybe not in the same place, hi Hamza, not in the same place, but you will receive in a different circumstance. And actually, you will receive what you are meant to receive, because that's life, how it works. I keep on repeating it in 2 videos. Life is actions and reactions. How much you give, you get back in return. Matteo, there's no karma. Life will get us what we want if we do our real best and work hard sooner or later. That's karma, actually, because karma is negative things and positive things. Thank you, Matteo, for this. Self love first. Yes, yes, yes. I'll come to this also. So, wherever you are, always give unconditionally, meaning without expecting a return. Because when you start expecting in return, that's when trouble starts. When you start seeing trouble, problems, because you are giving someone love because you want them to love you back. And if they don't love you back, now you start, oh, I'm not worth it. Oh, that was the wrong thing. I always pick the wrong. No, no, no. That's number one. Number two, I'm working in a place and then they're not appreciating my work. Then you say, maybe because they're not worthy, I'll stop giving my best. And then you're not delivering well, and then you get fired. Oh, I wasn't worthy, I wasn't deserving, I don't know how to do anything. No, we just saw why you reached that point. So let's start giving unconditionally time, love, respect, support, resources, because they will come back to us. And in many folds sometimes. They will come back to us in many folds. Maybe not in the same time, in the same place, but definitely they will come back. And I can give you my experience on that big time. So, what's the solution? I'll come back to my experience later. My name is Lara Ghani Mekhnaiser. I am here. I'm a life coach. I'm a brain coach, and I'm here to support you now, especially talking about unconditional love. And thank you for all your comments. I'm trying to read them at the same time. It's so amazing that you're interacting with me, because that helps me give you even more and understand your specific challenges. Yes, I share mine because they're lessons. I learned how to look at them as lessons, but also I would love to always receive your feedback. Nisreen, I remember you. Thank you so much. You brought amazing memories. It was lovely teaching you while in Sabis. So, what's the solution? The solution is give without expecting anything in return. Give, give, give. Yes, why should I give? I'll never. Something very funny. I used to love it, and I used to sometimes challenge it. My father used to tell me I'm like a charity, because I always love to support others, give others my time. And despite the fact that he used to tell me this, and he used to tell it, he was all well intentioned with a great heart, because he didn't want me to be disappointed. But I still gave. And life started to giving me many folds in return. And I hope you're listening here. I love you, Dad. So give without expectation. Don't look back. If you start looking back, maybe you'll be at that moment disappointed because there's nothing in return. But eventually, there will be return. You just need to be patient. And you need to make sure you're putting it in the wrong place. You need to make sure you're putting it in the right place. Because sometimes we give, and the person is someone who doesn't, appreciate or doesn't love back. It's okay. As long as it helped that person, it makes us feel better, because we mattered, we did made a change. So give without expectation. Don't look back. Show empathy. When you show empathy, the best cure for any issues, not disease, any problems, best medicine is actually to empathize with the other. When you start looking at the other as someone who is maybe suffering, someone who might benefit from my help, someone who is actually waiting for me to give this unconditional love, but they have so much ego, or they're afraid, or they lack of self-worth, so they don't ask. There are so many people around us, trust me. If you start looking with those empathetic eyes, with those human eyes, because that's what sets us apart from anything else, If we look at others with this human eye, we will see that many people around us actually need our love in as in time, as in help, whatever kind of support. As so, I give you a very simple example. Around me, there. So we are in a community, and some of the parents are new parents, and I'm someone who has already two kids. So the new parents would love to receive some kind of probably advice. Maybe their kid is not sleeping well, so that small advice that I'm giving them from my experience will help them. Actually, you are students. If in school, okay, you look around, there are struggling students. If you just say, how can I help you? Come, let me try to explain this concept for you. That student will see it like jackpot, like jackpot, because maybe that person has an emotional block that cannot allow that does not allow them to go and ask for help. So when you give it unconditionally, then you make someone's life better, you brighten their day. Sometimes actually you save lives, because some people are suffering so much in silence. No one knows, no one sees their suffering, and it's just that little, how can I help you? Or little advice, or little sharing some time with them will actually save their lives. So, and last but not least, respond with more love. I know there's so much hate out there, even on my posts that are meant only to give to encourage, motivate. I'm receiving some haters comment. How do I respond? By hate? Then I didn't do anything. The way I respond is with more love, with support. I understand where you're coming from. Maybe because you're healing from a wound, maybe you're suffering from something you went through. I understand you. That's why I want to be there for you. That's why I want to help you. I know. Now I'm just reading a few comments. Some of us, yes, we have big challenges. I do understand. But remember, what got us to this challenge might be something not in our hands, but how we react to that challenge will make all the difference. I'm not saying that there will be no hatred. I'm not saying that there will be no problems, because all what we're going through is the accumulation of many years, of many issues. It's not just in overnight that things will be resolved. And please just walk with me. Don't judge. When we start judging, we stop loving, we stop developing. Because when you judge, then you close yourself from hearing someone else's opinion, or not just opinion, maybe experience, maybe truth, maybe reality. Remember, 2 weeks ago, we spoke about how different people have different perspective. And like the pyramid, if you're on this side, you will see a triangle. On this side, you'll see a triangle. On this side, you'll see a triangle. But when you move around, then you see that's actually a three-dimensional shape. It's a pyramid. So if you are looking at something and you only see one way out or one problem, you can't see anything, other things, step back, listen to other people. Some are well intentioned, some are not. But just listen. Don't judge, then you evaluate. So love other people for whom they are. Start giving unconditionally, but also stay wise. When you give unconditionally, that does not mean you allow the others to hurt you. No, that's not what I'm saying. Giving unconditionally, giving respect, not asking for anything in return. But I'm not saying that you should accept hate, or hate like in hurt, or accept that someone harms you. No, no. You are deserving of respect, you are deserving of love, you are deserving of support. Never ever let anyone harm you just because, yeah, Lala told me to give unconditionally. That's not unconditional love. When you give unconditionally, it means that I don't expect anything in return, but I give time, not if that person starts harming me by wasting my time, then I tell him very respectfully, I tried, I wanted to spend time with you, blah blah whatever, but now it has to stop because it's starting to harm me. If I'm not getting anything in return, fine. But it's starting to harm me? No, no, never. That's not unconditional love. That's I don't want to label anything, but that's not the right thing to do. It's a wrong behavior. You again, I remind you, you are worthy of love, respect, support, everything that's good in life. You have a lot of potential. That's my main message every time I come live with you. But I try to give you tips on how to see that you're actually deserving of all of this. And if you never felt unconditional love, which is truly healing, start giving it. When you start giving it, you'll start receiving in return. Whatever you throw to life, you will receive sometimes many folds better. And it goes the other way around. If I give hate, I'll receive hatred. If I give, if I give, well, if I steal, then I will be robbed. You know, or I'll be in jail, right? So there'll be a consequence of the same power and sometimes many folds. So instead of suffering, instead of doing the wrong things, let's start all doing the right thing. Let's start giving love unconditionally so we can start to heal. Imagine, I'll give you a scenario and the comments that I received on Facebook. When you when you're doing something from all your heart, you're giving unconditionally, you're giving people all your knowledge or your experience, and some start commenting wrong because each one of us have different circumstances, and I understand this. So I have two choices. The first choice is I throw back bad comments, or I respond, I react, or I just say thank you, I understand your perspective, but and I would love to hear more so I can grow also by seeing how other people's are suffering or are seeing things differently. So it will widen my perspective. Another example, bullies. Okay, how can I love a bully, right? You can love a bully, but just keep giving them the good words, saying good morning, helping them. And when they throw back those bullying comments on you, if you are not triggered, you cannot be manipulated. The only thing that stops a bully is kindness and love. If we start, if we start instead of responding back or crying or whatever, let's start, thank you. Thank you for showing kindness. And then like, what? I've never been kind. And they'll start reflecting and that will stop them. They might have another very bad response, right? Or reaction. We can say something other, again, that's even showing more kindness, more love. Or it looks like you're having a bad day. How can I help you? Without being hurting and like trying, like for example, I can say, well, I it's something expected from someone like you. That's very harsh. And then the bully will now come back on you double and triple. Okay? But when you respond to everything around you happening with kindness, with love, then you will stop them because there's nothing more increasing that fire or increasing that hate than suffering, than showing that what they said affected you or hurted you. When you respond with love, that stops. It puts off the fire actually. And that person now will start looking at you at a different with a different eye. Because now they know that they cannot oppress you, they cannot hurt you. They start thinking twice before they come at you. So see how love can actually heal, how love can actually make a huge difference, a huge impact. And that person who was trying to be hateful or trying to harm, now they think twice. And now maybe they start considering different perspectives. And I know there's a lot of suffering around. We cannot explain everything this way. But because only there has been so much hatred, so much pain, so many wars that have been piling up evil. So now the evil has become so big, the pain has become so big. There are people so hungry, so sick, so alone, so desperate, suicidal. Yeah, maybe this message is not enough. I understand, but we need to start somewhere. We need to start somewhere. Start giving unconditionally. Stop asking for things in return. Because when you ask for something in return, the person can feel that your gift is for an intent or your gift is for a purpose. So the effect will go away. Think of yourself at one time when someone gave you something or someone just maybe smiled at you, but it was a murky smile. It was just like making fun. Did you feel the joy of exchanging that smile? No. If someone gave you a gift, probably at Christmas, just because they had to give you a gift, or at Adha or whatever you celebrate, and they were just like, "Hi, happy Merry Christmas or Happy Eid or whatever," and without a smile, without you can feel it when something is really given to you wholeheartedly, or someone is just giving it to you because they have to, or because their parents told them, or there's a reason. Then the magic goes. So if you tell me, yeah, I've been giving unconditionally, I gave my time, I gifted, I gave support, but you're saying it in with remorse. This means that if you're giving it with remorse, sorry, I had to stop something. If you're giving it with a lot of remorse, then you're not giving actually unconditionally. So the effect, the power of making a difference, the power of giving a smile, the power of saving a life, all of a sudden goes away. It's that feeling that it's really unconditional is what heals. When, like, very, very simple action. Every time I'm on the street, promise, every time I'm on the street and meet a stranger, they're walking past me, I say good morning with a smile. And oh my God, the power, all of a sudden their face lights up. Oh, good morning, because they weren't expecting it. And a person on the street cannot think, oh, what does she want from me? Because I just randomly met that person. So it was genuine, unconditional, just to light up their day. On the train, I try to engage with people. Remember, why do we need to meet people? And when I engage, I just give a comment, give like try to say something nice about what they're wearing, their hair or something, and like all smiles, like wow, thank you, because that was given unconditionally. I'm not expecting from any random passenger anything in return, right? So give unconditionally. Give your time, support. See today who can you help that cannot help you in return. Actually look for someone to do something for them, action of goodwill that cannot help you in return. Because when you know that they cannot help you in return, then what you're giving is actually unconditional. It's actually unconditional, and and you will remember me how powerful that is, how amazing you felt just because you created a smile, just because you helped someone hungry go through the day less hungry, or you help that student maybe get a better mark on this exam. You did something amazing. You just made a difference to someone. How amazing that is. And one time after one time after one time, you start building the right wall, the right staircase. that will lead you to what is better on the other side if where you are today is not so good. This was my half hour for today. Please remember to unconditionally love, to unconditionally respect, to unconditionally give time, to unconditionally give support. And trust me, you'll start experiencing things in return. Try it. Look around you. Who needs you today? Who wants this smile? Who wants this comforting words? Who wants probably this few pounds or few dollars or whatever? Who wants maybe that sandwich? Or maybe who wants some companionship? And you will feel so amazing. And your day will start or continue very, very bright. I hope I gave unconditionally today. And I want to wish you a very, very positive week. That was my Monday booster. I cannot wait to connect with you on Friday for our recap and hopefully to share our shared experiences of giving unconditionally. I was Lara Ghani Khnaiser with you today, this half hour of a Monday booster, and I want to wish you the best. Take care. Bye bye.